Hello, you're watching News.Markets. Everything was going well for TalkTalk until those cyber attacks last month, which the company says is going to cost them around £35 million. But that is just the short-term damage. It's not just TalkTalk. Vodafone too was hit by hackers, although the UK's largest mobile phone operator, in the midst of a massive £19 billion investment programme, is seeing recovery in many of its European markets. But all that is against a background of regulator Ofcom's probe into the broadband market. Well, here to talk about the state of the UK's telecoms market is Paolo Pescatori, Director of Multiplay and Media at CCS Insight. Look, thanks ever so much for coming in. A lot is going on in UK telecoms. Can you put your finger on what's going on?
I don't think you could put your finger on any single thing. There's so much going on. There's so much consolidation, M&A activity, very much driven by convergence. The operators preparing themselves to offer a range of multiplay services. We have this Ofcom strategic review right now that happens every 10 years, and many of BT's rivals are now calling for Openreach separation. Then we have what's happened.
Well, you're talking about that. I mean, Vodafone's boss said that BT are trying to re-monopolise the UK market.
Yeah, I think that's very much driven by BT's acquisition of EE. You know, now we're seeing the importance of being vertically integrated and the importance of also owning a mobile operator. So there's concern that BT's position is actually strengthened as a result of that. But Openreach has really been designed with the approach of being able to support providers in launching broadband. And if you look at the retail broadband market right now, it's extremely competitive. Everyone is offering a range of broadband packages. There's a lot of promotional activity. And only a couple of months ago, Sky and TalkTalk were offering free broadband services.
But late to the party in terms of broadband was Vodafone. Their results are looking quite optimistic, and what's the outlook there?
So I think from Vodafone's perspective, you know, only offering mobile, they were being extremely isolated. But now, having launched broadband and eventually pay TV, they obviously have serious aspirations to maintain their position in the UK. However, to really grow their base, we believe they need to do that through acquisition. They will really struggle to do that organically. So if you look at EE over the last couple of years, they haven't really made a serious dent in the market share of the leading rivals. It's really maintained around 4%. So with that in mind, Vodafone really, they need to buy somebody. And
so who's on their shopping list?
Well, there are a couple of providers, and obviously, you know, we heard about the failed asset swap talks with Liberty Global, but we've long argued that the best company for Vodafone to buy is Sky. As you move more towards multiplay, how do you differentiate beyond price alone? You do that through content, and Sky has that in abundance. Not only here in the UK would it make sense from a it's extremely complementary given the assets of both companies, but also in Germany and in Italy, where Sky only offers pay TV, but Vodafone offers broadband and mobile. And strategically, it's a perfect fit.
Strategically, it's a perfect fit. When would a deal like that happen? Are you talking something in the next 6 months?
Well, yes, ideally. We actually predicted it would happen this year, but now given the failed asset swaps, as I said, with Liberty Global, it looks likely that a deal could be on the cards for next year.
So maybe 2016.
Possibly.
Okay, let's talk about TalkTalk. Is it all over?
Not really. Obviously, it's a PR disaster, what happened regarding the hacking, and it's very early to say what have been the actual knock-on effects of that. You've talked about the financial cost to TalkTalk. Obviously, now they're looking to address it by offering a free upgrade to people, but we'll only really see a noticeable difference in their calendar Q4 numbers. But ultimately, TalkTalk are being isolated, and when you look at what's happening with O2 and Free, if that merger receives regulatory approval, then you're going to have a pure play mobile operator without any fixed line assets. And we know that the importance of multiplay, consumers are demanding multiplay. We call multiplay as being a bigger bundle of things, people signing up to more services from their operator. With that in mind, we believe that the combined O2 Free entity, if it does receive regulatory approval, will ultimately buy TalkTalk.
So exciting times, even though they're tricky times, and we could see a lot of changes to the makeup of UK
for sure.
telecoms.
Things have slowed down right now in terms of M&A activity. There's a lot of regulatory issues that still need to be addressed. Obviously, the BTE deal, O2 Free. What happens with Ofcom right now? There's a spectrum auction forthcoming as well. But obviously, I'd say from around second half of next year, we'll see things really pick up again, and a lot of the brands that you see on the high street will disappear over the next couple of years.
Wow, they'll all disappear. Well, look, Paolo Pescatore, great speaking to you.
Thank you very much.